Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of punishing. The act of punishing. The act of punishing. The act of punishing. A payment required for not fulfilling a contract. Games. A handicap or disadvantage that is imposed on a competitor, or a team, for an infraction of the rules of the game. The disadvantage or painful consequences of an action or condition. Neglected his health and paid the penalty. Control exerted, actively or passively, by group action. Verbal punishment. A rebuke for making a mistake. The infliction of physical injury on someone convicted of committing a crime. The act of disciplining. The act of offering an improvement to replace a mistake, setting right. A quantity that is added or subtracted in order to increase the accuracy of a scientific measure. A rebuke for making a mistake. A drop in stock market activity or stock prices following a period of increases. Market run-ups are invariably followed by a correction. Something substituted for an error. Treatment of a specific defect. The correction of his vision with eyeglasses. Punishment prohibited by the Eighth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution includes torture or degradation or punishment too severe for the crime committed. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. His detention was politically motivated. A punishment in which a student must stay at school after others have gone home. The detention of tardy pupils. A branch of knowledge. In what discipline is his doctorate? Develop, a child's or animal's behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. Parents must discipline their children. The act of disciplining. The offenders deserved the harsh discipline they received. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. The teacher disciplined the pupils rather frequently. A system of rules of conduct or method of practice. He quickly learned the discipline of prison routine. The trait of being well behaved. He insisted on discipline among the troops. Training to improve strength or self-control. Punishment of a group by cutting off commercial dealings with them. The economic strangulation of the Jews by the Nazi Party. The state of being imprisoned. The imprisonment of captured soldiers. The act of confining someone in a prison, or as if in a prison. Putting someone in prison or in jail is lawful punishment. Treat medicinally, treat with medicine. Punishment for one's actions. Take your medicine. The learned profession that is mastered by graduate training in a medical school and that is devoted to preventing or alleviating or curing diseases and injuries. He studied medicine at Harvard. The branches of medical science that deal with non-surgical techniques. Medicine. Something that treats or prevents or alleviates the symptoms of disease. Punishment for one's actions. You have to face the music. Any agreeable, pleasing and harmonious sounds. He fell asleep to the music of the wind chimes. An artistic form of auditory communication incorporating instrumental or vocal tones in a structured and continuous manner. musical activity, singing or whistling, etc. His music was his central interest. Music, the sounds produced by singers or musical instruments, or reproductions of such sounds. Remorse for your past conduct. Voluntary self-punishment in order to atone for some wrongdoing. A Catholic sacrament, repentance and confession and atonement and absolution. Voluntary self-punishment in order to atone for some wrongdoing. Voluntary self-punishment in order to atone for some wrongdoing. Punishment inflicted on yourself. Verbal punishment. A severe scolding. Marijuana leaves rolled into a cigarette for smoking. Stick to firmly. Be a devoted follower or supporter. She sticks to her principles. Stay put, in a certain place. Put, fix, force, or implant. Stick your thumb in the crack. Be a mystery or bewildering to. A lever used by a pilot to control the ailerons and elevators of an airplane. Be loyal to. Informal terms for the leg. Fever left him weak on his sticks. Saddle with something disagreeable or disadvantageous. Come or be in close contact with, stick or hold together and resist separation. A long implement, usually made of wood, that is shaped so that hockey or polo players can hit a puck or ball. A long thin implement resembling a length of wood. Cinnamon sticks. An implement consisting of a length of wood. He collected dry sticks for a campfire. A rectangular quarter-pound block of butter or margarine. A small thin branch of a tree. Be or become fixed. The door sticks, we will have to plane it. Cover and decorate with objects that pierce the surface. Stick some feathers in the turkey before you serve it. Endure. Fasten into place by fixing an end or point into something. Stick the corner of the sheet under the mattress. Fasten with an adhesive material like glue. Stick the poster onto the wall. Fasten with or as with pins or nails. Stick the photo onto the corkboard. Pierce or penetrate or puncture with something pointed. Pierce with a thrust using a pointed instrument. Threat of a penalty. The policy so far is all stick and no carrot.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.